Welcome to the Blandcast featuring
Benson.
Daniel and Louie. Today we'll be asking each other the strangest, most thought-provoking, and uncomfortable questions. What is the meaning of life? Can money buy happiness? Do aliens exist? Today, these questions will be answered.
Welcome, everybody. How's it going, guys?
I'm good.
I'm also good. How are you doing?
You know what? I'm gonna say I'm also good. So it's three goods. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Um, maybe, just maybe, this will be the first episode of the Blandcast, and that's great. So we want to welcome you to a revolution of thinking. And to start off that revolution, we need to clarify some things by asking questions and giving answers. So we've come up with kind of an exhaustive list of deep questions that we've all been wondering, and we're going to get to the bottom of them. Is that about right? Yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully these questions, maybe they'll help you guys learn more about us, especially since this is one of our first podcasts and
Maybe
episodes.
the first.
Yeah.
We've recorded a few before, but we had some road bumps. So let's start it off. Who's up?
I'll ask the first question.
All right.
Who are some of you guys like idols? People you look up to?
Louis, go ahead.
Of course, there's the idol of Buddy Hield, the greatest basketball player to have ever lived. And
Interesting.
yeah, and his story is so inspirational, surviving on the Sacramento Kings. That's like a feat in and of itself. And I have no one that is my perfect idol, but I do have a perfect anti-idol, which is don't do what Zion Williamson would do, and then you will be successful. So I guess my idol is whatever Zion wouldn't do, if you really think about it.
So before you do things, you're just like, what would Zion not do?
Exactly.
I don't know about, I don't think I subscribe to that, but it's an interesting, it lets me into your brain a little bit.
I'd say that's my complete thought process.
That's it?
That's it. That is
Nothing
it.
more.
Would Zion pick the wrong answer on the test? Yes, he's Zion Williamson. Don't do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, for me, and also I have to say that's an interesting greatest basketball player of all time, because we made a failed episode on the greatest basketball players of all time, and he wasn't even mentioned.
No.
So that's news to me, and I'm sure that all of the listeners. But for me, my idol, I'm going to have to say Muhammad Ali. For a long time, when somebody said the greatest, when somebody mentioned the greatest of all time, there was only one person that was mentioned, and that's Muhammad Ali. Nobody had charisma and prowess like him. So I'm going to put him on top of my list. But a close second would be Enes Kanter.
Oh, can't forget Ennis.
Oh, yes, Ennis.
Enes check. Gotta love him.
Also,
If you're listening,
yeah.
Enes, sorry. If you're listening, what's up, man?
You know, Ennis's dad just got released from prison. Finally.
That's amazing.
Yeah, after
Let's
like
put some
7
applause
years.
sound effects behind that.
Yeah.
So congratulations, and we miss you. We hope to see you on the court again soon.
Yes. Hopefully in Orlando.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Benson, do you have any idols you want to talk about?
Yeah, I guess mine are also athletes, and they're actually basketball players too. They're Isaiah Thomas and
Oh,
Dikembe Mutombo.
of course.
I think Isaiah Thomas, he's only 5'9", but he's just wrecking the league and just proving to everyone that height doesn't matter, and that even Even when you have like some little difficulties, you can overcome pretty much
Yeah.
anything. And like Dikembe Mutombo, he's made a lot of money in his basketball career, but he's basically gave it all away to his foundation and like building hospitals in Africa and I think mostly in the Congo, just throughout the continent, and just really inspiring.
Good man.
That's a great guy. That's
Yeah.
somebody that should definitely be idolized and look up to. But
No,
I have something that might change your mind and just make you go a little bit bonkers. You guys know the movie Cars? You know that movie
I
Cars?
do know
Yeah.
the movie Cars.
It's a pretty good movie. There's these cars, but they're like people almost, right? You know, they
Yeah.
have faces and they talk to each other, and who knows if they have biological potential. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know where that was going, but anyway, do the cars in the movie Cars have car insurance or life insurance?
Oh my goodness.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going to put a
Oh.
gasp sound effect. That is crazy. That when I first thought about this one, I know that I was in a state of uncontrolled paralysis for weeks. So let your thoughts be free. Let's hear it.
Benson, you want to go first?
Oh. I think it's got to be life insurance, cause what's the main character's name in the car?
Lightning McQueen.
Yeah,
Good
Lightning
shout.
McQueen. Lightning McQueen. If he gets injured, I think he'd have to get life insurance. But if his own car, like if he had a separate car for himself, like a car for his car, was, I don't
What?
know, needed repairs,
Well, the thing
it'd
is,
be,
he does have a car for his car. Like, that's he has the car that carries him.
yeah.
Unsuccessfully carries him.
Yeah, and he gets dropped off in that middle of nowhere place, and that's the movie.
Yeah.
That's the whole movie. So I don't know. That's a pretty strong case for car insurance, but I understand what you're coming from. Louis?
I think the idea of cars having car insurance is, and excuse my language, but very in the sense.
Whoa, language.
I know,
Yeah.
You might have to bleep that one out, but I just think it's ridiculous, inconceivable, and just why would a car need car insurance? I would assume that, let's say they have faster cars on their wheels that are equivalent to cars, maybe, or probably
Okay.
not. But you do life insurance, right? Because your car is your life. So at that point, why have car insurance when you could have life insurance?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it's whatever the best rate is, because insurance rates are through the roof these days, and you really got to make sure you know what you're buying.
Yeah.
So that's my answer.
That's your answer. Short and sweet.
Short and sweet. That's what they called me in high school. So, Louis, what's the question?
My question is, what is your biggest regret that you didn't do when you were 1 month old? When you were 1 month old, you didn't do something that you
Got
wish
it.
you did.
For me, I guess I'd just gotten out a little more. Like, I feel like I was a pretty lazy 1 month old. I was just I was almost like I was swaddled as a 1 month old. I was just a freaking baby, and I should have stepped up.
Yeah.
So I wish I had done more. That's what I'm saying.
My answer is similar to Daniel's. I wish I got out there more. I wish I went on more adventures where you don't know if you're going to be safe. Right?
That's okay.
Like a big hiking trip, or like something big. Like you go into a city where you don't know the language and you're stuck there for a month.
As a 1 month old.
As a 1 month old.
All right.
Just making my way.
Deep question, man. We're getting to the bottom of things today.
Yeah.
I think mine was the most realistic, to be honest.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Well, what about this next one that you're going to give? Let's hear it.
Oh, my question. I guess, can money buy happiness? You know?
Oh, we're actually answering it.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go logistically here. Okay.
Mhm.
Unless there is a product that is entitled happiness and that is trademarked and there's a corporation behind it, I would say that money cannot buy happiness. And if we're speaking strictly about the emotion, that I would even say that money can most definitely not buy happiness, because some of the happiest people have no value for monetary currency.
Oh, okay. I
And
thought,
they, oh well, they, no. That seems not right.
yeah.
Everybody has value. They have no, care or no desire to have wealth or material wealth. For instance, Bob Marley. He's somebody that's very, he does not have any regards for money. And he happens to be like the epitome of happiness when I think of happiness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would say money does not buy happiness.
Louis?
Here's the thing. You know those yellow squish stress toys?
I know them.
Yeah.
That's what I think happiness is. And those cost $1.29.
Okay.
So, I mean, like, to a certain extent, like, yeah, like, yes. Like, would I be happier than you if I had more of those balls than you? Like, 100%
Yeah, but why
undoubtedly.
do you need more than one? Like, I feel like once you hit a limit, you're like, okay, this is enough.
You don't need more
Like,
than
what if
two
you had
because you only have
what
two
if you had
hands.
billions? What if you had billions?
See,
You would not want billions of those.
I have to ask you this question, Daniel. Right now, are you the happiest you could possibly be?
By no means.
And have you experimented yet with buying billions of those balls?
I'm gonna say no, I have.
So there you go. You can't. So can you rule it out?
I can't. You know what? You got to keep all possibilities as in the playing field. So maybe you're right.
I have slightly over 100,000 right now, and I feel only slightly complete. And I do feel like I'm compensating for bigger problems in my life by just buying thousands of these balls in bulk.
Yeah, I think that's a really terrible coping mechanism. But you do you. I'm not going to intervene.
Yeah, it's an awful time.
That's great.
Benson?
I think money can't buy happiness, but it can rent it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the catchphrase, or that's the logo. Not the logo. What's the thing?
Saying.
No, not the
Slogan?
saying. The slogan for this podcast. The money can rent happiness. That's great. I like that.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
Well, I have one that's maybe even a little more philosophical, a little more introspective, and a little more uncomfortable. What is the best nut?
Ooh.
Who's going to say it? Yeah, go ahead.
It's the bat nut.
The bat nut.
Yeah, the water chestnut.
For those that don't know, because it's definitely not a nut that you hear about frequently.
Yeah.
Give a little synopsis of the bat nut, please.
Oh, well, the bat nut, or in other words, the water chestnut, is, a nut that's popular throughout the world. Even though if you've never heard of it, if you've gone outside your little house, your little bubble, you'll know that water chestnuts are actually very popular and that they taste delicious and can be cooked in many different ways. It can be boiled, roasted, steamed, all of the above. And the most important fact is that they're shaped like a bat. In fact, search up bat nut right now. Yeah, search it up right now, bat nut. And they look exactly like bats. It's unbelievable.
We'll pause the podcast for you guys. We'll give you a little break, but just search it up. They look great. And correct me if I'm wrong, but they're really good for pregnant women.
Oh, yeah. They're really good for pregnant women.
Yeah.
I don't know, something about the nutrients are very good for pregnant women, and they help you grow taller. So just some of the added benefits.
Yes, and with pregnant women, they also pair well with a drink of 100% rubbing alcohol.
No, they don't. No.
No,
No.
90% rubbing alcohol.
No rubbing alcohol. Let's just leave the rubbing alcohol out. Nobody drink rubbing alcohol, please.
In large
Louis,
amounts.
what's your favorite nut?
I'd have to say the almond.
The almond.
Yes, I would.
Ugh.
It's the only nut that has such a good taste while providing even more nutrients than, let's just say, a cashew or whatever your nut was. I forgot what it. That's how unmemorable your nut was. I forgot what it was.
Yeah, for those that don't know, and I don't think anybody knows, we made a failed episode about favorite nuts. So this is kind of a revisit to that.
Yep.
Well, Louis, I'm happy you said almond because it gives us a great starting point to talk about the worst nuts. But we're talking about the best nuts. I think you may have gotten that confused.
If you think that the almond isn't the best nut, then you're nuts.
Oh my God.
I just threw a nut pun in there. Okay?
That was horrible. That was
amazing.
That's something that would put me in a uncontrollable paralysis state for weeks. All right.
This seems to be a reoccurring issue for you.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty bad. I just sometimes for weeks I just stop. Anyway, my favorite nut is the cashew. And the cashew, you ask. First of all, let's go through the etymology of this.
Oh my God.
I'm just gonna say it ASMR style into the mic. Cashew.
Oh no.
Cashew. You guys hear that?
My ear just had a seizure.
Yeah.
Listen. I know my voice isn't the best for commercial sound design and like delivery and stuff like that, but listen. Cashew is a sensual word. It's a word that flows out of your mouth like yogurt in Greece, Greek yogurt, or like water in a river.
Does it flow out of your mouth the same way that you'll throw up after you eat a cashew because it's so disgusting?
Oh my gosh.
I'm not done, so I'm just gonna put that behind me. But it was noted. Cashews, though they don't have quite as much nutritional value as an almond or a bat nut.
Say that one more time.
An almond?
No, the nutritional value part.
Why does it matter? Listen, go back if you need to, podcast listeners, and thank you for listening, by the way. But though they don't have as much nutritional value as an almond is the worst word, just objectively. Almond, it just doesn't work. Almond, hey, I'd like an almond. Excuse me, bartender, can I have an almond? Who likes that? Anyway, cashews are delicious. They have the right amount of sponginess that they kind of like give a little bit to your teeth, and then there's a crunch, and that's great. But at the same time, they taste like a sunshine daydream. So, I can't be mad about that.
Yeah. I guess
Simple
so.
as that.
I guess so. Yeah.
Louis,
It's
it's your question.
Yeah.
my question. All right, this is a pretty. Actually, no. I'll do a very legitimate question right now.
Go ahead.
What is the best part of life of being a professional buzakashi player? That is a sport where the ball, if I'm not wrong, is wait, hold on. I saw this yesterday. The ball is actually, I think it's a dead goat.
Oh,
What?
That sport.
I saw that sport. Yeah, for those that don't know, buzakashi, and I'm just looking this up now. It's a Central Asian sport in which horse-mounted players attempt to place a goat,
A dead goat.
Thank you, in a big stone hole. It's like a goal almost. So it's like polo, but with a dead goat
And horses.
and horses.
Oh, well.
Well, Polo has horses.
And I'm asking about the best lifestyle part of that.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty deep.
I'm not even vegan, and this is making me uncomfortable.
Yeah, this is well. I don't think it's about like eating habits. I think it's just like humanitarian. Like I feel like it's exploitation, specifically of the goat.
Yeah.
I can't believe.
But even the horses, like it's kind of degrading just to be like, this is what we're doing. Okay, whatever.
Fine.
Yeah, so I would say the best part of the lifestyle of a Buzakashi player is not playing Buzakashi.
Yeah.
Maybe like waking up and just like for maybe 5 to 10 seconds you think, oh, maybe I'm not playing it today. But then you have to go downstairs and play.
Play Buzakashi. I think, and this is an interesting fact I just looked up, they don't kill one goat per game. They kill two because at halftime they switch the goat. Because you can't use the same.
They switch the goats.
So they kill two goats.
Oh my gosh.
So what happens if they like score a goal and the goat goes down the hole? Do they get a new goat, or
it's kind of a shallow hole?
Yeah,
it's a shallow hole.
They can get it out. And I think if they always have a surplus of goats that they can kill at any time, too.
Yeah, I bet.
You really enunciated the K on that one.
Yeah.
Do you have any anger that you're harboring against goats, or
you know what? Don't worry about it.
I'm just gonna leave it at that. No questions asked.
I said, don't worry about it.
All right.
And
all right.
To answer the question, I think the best part of the Buzakashi player is the after dinner parties that are very, very fun. Guess what you eat?
Goat.
I don't. Benson, what's your answer?
The best part? No, yeah. I agree with you, Daniel. Not playing Buzakashi is the best part of their lifestyle.
Maybe. Well, listen, I don't want to knock it because I've never played it, but like, that's just from the outside looking in, and I know that's kind of, sorry, I closed the door, but I know that's a little bit closed-minded, but just from an outsider's perspective, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I don't know if you could hear that, but I just sneezed pretty violently.
Actually, I didn't hear it. I think you did a pretty good job of concealing it. Did you guys hear it in the podcast? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Bless you, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
You know when you cough and somebody says bless you? I don't think that's necessary.
No.
Well, maybe really? If I'm like, and somebody's like, oh, bless you. Really? Are you really going to say bless you to that? Excuse me. Excuse you.
You are going to degrade someone. Well,
I'm not degrading anyone. I'm just going to criticize
the hell out of it.
No. I'm going to criticize encouragingly, if that makes any sense. I'm going to encourage them to pick and choose the bless yous. Whoa, that's a good line. Benson, what's the question?
Next question is a bit strange. It's a bit uncomfortable. You might not want to answer it, but what's the worst thing you've done while drunk?
For legal purposes, nothing. I've never done anything.
That's a good answer. Yeah. Louis?
For legal purposes, also nothing. But if it wasn't legal purposes, I've never done anything bad while drunk. But if hypothetically in a situation, it would probably be stealing a SWAT car.
That's okay. Keep in mind, Louis is 100% lying.
I never said I would. I said I will in the future.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the clarifying of that. We really needed that.
Yeah. I can't answer this question. I don't want to get myself in trouble.
Well, hey, you smart man for that.
I was trying to get you guys to say something, but
we said something.
Well, one of us did.
Anyway, I'm gonna do, and we're coming close to the end here, but I'm gonna ask a hard hitting one. You guys know a bus?
No, I'm not familiar. What is it?
Okay, a bus.
No.
This. Well, for those that don't know, I don't know where people are.
A bus is a social construct.
Well, it is a social construct, but before we get into the metaphysical nature of buses, a bus is a vehicle, it's like an elongated car in which many people can sit as passengers while one person drives the bus,
Or more than
drives
one
the
person.
car. And typically the bus, the bus driver opens the door with a cool handy lever for all the stops that they make for people to get off. Who closes the door when the bus driver gets off?
Oh my goodness.
Who closes the door when the bus driver gets off? I just screamed at the top of my lungs because I don't know. I don't think I can answer it. Can you? Probably freaking not. But you're going to try. So take it away, whoever has the answer. Go ahead.
I feel like me trying at this question would be an insult to what actually happens when the bus driver closes the door. Because
yeah, go ahead.
I don't know.
No one knows. You've never seen it. You've never heard about it. Nobody ever asks. So how are we supposed to know unless we're a bus driver? So here's my proposition. Let's all become bus drivers and let's keep it in the family, right? Because only bus drivers know. But maybe, just maybe, when we get fired for blasting our music when there's not supposed to be any music on the bus, or not stopping at any of the stops because we have to go to the bathroom, we let everybody know what happens. So that's my thing. I want to become a bus driver and then spread the word.
That's a good idea. Getting that
Simple as
secret
that.
information. Yeah.
I think the bus driver union would assassinate you the second that you.
I'm sure they would.
Oh.
I'm sure they would. They're definitely, because we would know at this point. I think we would know. They're hiding something.
I've been on a bus every year of my life since I've been born.
Since you were 1 month old.
Since I was 1 month old in a town where I knew nothing about.
Okay.
And
For
I don't know.
1 month, yeah.
Yeah.
And you still don't know. Okay. Benson, do you have an answer to this?
No, it's the bus driver's secret. We'll only know until we become bus drivers.
Now, if we're thinking about it like literally, I think they probably just close it with their hands.
No. You don't just get to do that.
It's not how it works. Come on.
Yeah.
But it like even then, I still don't know. Because that might not even work. Have you tried to move the doors with your hands? I have. They're pretty freaking hard to move. Because they've got the like double paneled folding situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can't just grab it. So I don't know. I don't have an answer, and I never will. But we will we will someday, and we'll let the people know.
Yeah.
Louis, what's your question?
I have a legitimate question.
Okay.
Completely legitimate, and it's deep.
Okay.
What is your ultimate life goal of your life? What do you want to accomplish?
Man.
Yeah.
If you could pick one thing, because I know there's a lot in there. If you could pick one thing,
I guess sustainable happiness.
That's a great answer.
That is so intelligent.
And I'm gonna say, sustainable happiness for all.
Yeah.
Because
kind of making
I can't be happy until everybody's happy. So
you're kind of making Benson look selfish there.
Listen, man. That's how it is. That's how it is.
You're throwing me under the bus, Daniel.
Oh.
I can one up Daniel. I want everyone else to be happy and for me to be sad. I don't care about myself.
You want to carry the burden?
Yes. So that makes you look selfish.
I don't think so, because that just makes you look kind of like a nihilist or a masochist. Like you want to feel the burden of other people's pain.
Yeah.
I think you're just kind of messed up. Anyway, How about we have one more question? Let's kind of push the limits, and let's do one last question. Why don't we?
Yeah.
Who wants it? It's up for grabs. If you have a solid question.
Nah, I don't have any good questions. I think you guys should
I have
take it
another
away.
serious one if you guys want it.
Yeah, Louis.
Okay,
take it
yeah.
away. Why don't you go?
In the next few years of your life, so we're talking like 5-10 years,
Okay.
what do you want to see change? Anything. Could be personal, could be global, could be anything.
That's tough.
And you can only, and like the last one, you can only pick one.
Well, here's what I'm going to say. Matthew McConaughey gave this really good speech about the person who he looks up to, the person who he idolizes, is himself in 10 years. Okay?
Ooh.
So he'll never be able to idolize himself. He'll always be striving to be a better person. But that's what keeps him going. That's what keeps him getting better. That there's always this, nobody's ever perfect, and nothing is ever perfect. So I'm going to say that I want to see a world that I look at now as broken. I want to see it mended, and I want to see all people comfortable in it, and I want to see people happy in it. So that's the change that I want to see in 5 to 10 years.
That was an amazing connection. Also, Matthew McConaughey is already an amazing person, even without him in 10 years.
Yeah, he's a good guy, but never perfect.
Exactly.
Never perfect.
I guess that's what makes him so good, because he kept on striving to be better.
Mm-hmm.
Benson, do you have an answer?
Yeah, I guess in 5-10 years, I hope there's more peace, less hate, less inequality, less poverty, and more love in the world.
It's a great answer.
It's amazing answer.
And I think what we can do to spread a little love is keep this going, the Bland Cast. This is just our way of spreading some love. That's us.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think that's pretty freaking good.
Louis, do you have an answer?
Oh, yes, I do. Wait, hold on. I did not think of this.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait, no, hold on. I have one word that I want for the future, and that it's sort of like both yours, but it's unity. And just
simple as that.
Yeah, just being together.
It's a great answer.
Yeah.
And I think we've unified the fans' thoughts about us in this episode. Hopefully. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's going to bring an end to maybe the first episode of the Blindcast. Maybe not. We'll see you guys whenever we see you. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Follow us on Instagram at Blindcast_, and follow us on Twitter at BlandcastP.
Nice.
I hope it's BlandcastP. I'm not exactly sure, but search it up and see if it's true.
Yeah, let us know in the comments what it is. See you guys later. Bye-bye.